Chapter 5, Quiz Review. So when we look at the first three, we want to evaluate each expression if A equals 2, B equals 6, and C equals 3. So to solve like number 1, where I have B minus C, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my variables and I'm going to put in the value for those. So if B equals 6, I have 6 minus C, and C is 3. So see how I took out each variable and put in the value for them, and now I can evaluate or solve. 6 minus 3 is 3. If I look at number 2, I have AC plus B. Well, anytime we have two letters next to each other, it means to multiply. So A is 2. So I have 2 times C, which is 6, plus B, which is 6. So 2 times 3 plus 6. So if I know my gems, or my gems are my grouping, my E is my exponent, that's that number that's up here in the air. M is multiply and divide, and the S is for subtract and add. Know that these are the same. So these go from left to right when I solve them. These go from left to right when I solve them. If they're only subtraction or addition, it's left to right. If it's only multiplication and division, it's left to right. So when I look at this here, I know that multiplication is before addition. So I want to make sure that I multiply 2 times 3 first, which is 6, and then add that to 6 to get 12. Now when I look at number 3, I have 2 times the quantity of B plus C, all divided by A. So I have 2 times B, which is 6, plus C, which is 3, all divided by A, which is 2. So I do everything in my parentheses first. That's my gems. So 2 plus 6 plus 3 is 9. So I have 2 times 9 divided by 2. So now I have my multiplication and division. So I want to multiply first. So 2 times 9 is 18, and then divided by 2. And 18 divided by 2 is 9. 4 and 5 talk about using the distributive property to evaluate each expression. So distributive means that we're going to multiply the outside number by each of the ones on the inside of the parenthesis. So when I look at 5 times 8 plus 3, to solve that using the distributive property, I'm going to take 8 times 5 plus 5 times 3. See this way here, the 8 and the 3 are still in the parentheses. So to solve, I would take 5 times 8, which is 40, plus 5 times 3, which is 15, to get 55. That's using the distributive property. Number 5, I have a variable, so I really can't solve this. I just have to write out that expression. So I take negative 3 times 9 plus x. So I take negative 3 times 9 plus negative 3 times x. And when I simplify this, negative 3 times 9 is a negative 27 plus a negative 3x. So in 6, 7, and 8, we want to look at name the properties shown by each statement. So number 6 is C times 1 equals C. So anytime we multiply any number by 1 or add 0, that is the identity. Number 7, I have 57 plus the quantity of 49 plus 18 equals the quantity of 57 plus 49 plus 18. Because of the grouping symbols that we have and the grouping of the same numbers, same order, and just grouping differently, that's what we call the associative. And number 8, we have 35 plus b plus 69 equals b plus 35 plus 69. Even though the numbers are the same and they're in different order, that means that they're both equal. So this is the commutative property. Because the numbers are in different order. And if I look at the associative, it just means different grouping. So number 9 says Roberta jogs 5 laps the first day, 7 laps the second day, 9 laps the third day, and so on. On which day will Roberta jog 19 laps if the pattern continues? So what I would do is I would create a table and on days and laps, on day 1 she had 5 laps. On the second day she had 7. The third day she had 9. So if we wanted to keep going, we wanted to find out how much it would be to 19. So I would keep that pattern going. 4, well, we're adding 2 here. We add 2 here, so if I add 2 again, that would be 11. 5 days would be 13 because I added 2. Day 6 would be 15 because I added 2. Day 7 would be 17 because 15 plus 2 is 17. Day 8 would be 19, and that's where I want to stop because at 19 laps, that would be day 8. Ten, 11, 12, and 13, we want to describe the relationship between the terms in each arithmetic sequence, then write the next 3 terms in the sequence. We're going to have 2 answers here. 1, we're going to tell what the pattern is. What are we counting by? And then the second one is write the next 3 terms in the sequence. So when I look at number 10, I have 7 and 0. Well, I know to go from 0 to 7, I have to add 7. So let's see if that rule is the same. Is 7 plus 7 14? Yes. Is 14 plus 7 21? Yes. So the relationship is add 7. So then I have to write the next 3 terms. So 21 plus 7 is 28. 28 plus 7 is 35. 35 plus 7 is 42. When I look at number 11, I have 26, 34, 42, and 50. So I'm going to take the first 2 numbers, and I'm going to subtract those 2. 34 minus 26, 4 would be 8. So is that pattern continue? My numbers are getting larger, so that means I have to add 8. Is 34 plus 8 42? Yes. Is 42 plus 8 50? Yes. So my rule is add 8, and then the next 3 terms would be 50 plus 8, which is 58, and then 66, and then 74. So in number 12, even with decimals, it's the same thing. Take the first 2 numbers and subtract them. So you have 0.4 minus 0.1, and you have 0.3. So my numbers are getting larger, so it means I'm adding 0.3. So is 0.4 plus 0.3 0.7? Yes. Is 0.4 plus 0.3, 1 whole. Yes. So we have to add 3/10 or 0.3. So then the next three terms is going to be 1 whole plus 3/10, which is 1.3, and 1.6, and 1.9. Same thing with number 13. Take the first two numbers, 92, and subtract that from 83. Regroup. 12 minus 3 is 9. 8 minus 8 is 0. So my numbers are getting larger, so I'm adding 9. Is 92 plus 9 101? Yes. Is 101 plus 9 110? Yes. So our rule is we're going to add 9. So my next three numbers would be 119, 128, and 137. So remember, just to review for the quiz, watch the video, write down the examples, go to McGraw-Hill website, which is on Clever, go to chapter 5, and then go to the red check mark in the lesson resources, and that's a self-check quiz. There are 5 questions for each quiz there. I would do lessons 1, 2, 3, and 4, just as a little extra practice. And as always, good luck on the quiz tomorrow. You guys will do wonderful.